Hello, everyone. Silver settled at about $20.38 today. So this is going to be a little bit of a preview of some of the stuff that I've got in the last week or so. I'm going to start right off with the treasure chest and the treasure chest challenge. Now, you'll get a little bit of a preview of a video I just made, but that's okay. Got this today for $10 even. I made a video for it. It was $10. That's about as low as I've been able to get these lately. Now I got Benji's for $9.50 last week, but anyway, we'll settle these two stickers down here for the moment and open up the treasure chest because this Walking Liberty goes in it. Now, this entire stack will be in it too. It is near the top. And those who don't want to wait until the video goes live, this is how much face value of 90% silver is in this treasure chest. It's a lot. I'm going to go ahead and close that for now. Put the stickers back. By the way, go check out Frosty. Go check out AG 1776 Stacker and Old Country Coin Collector. Put Frosty sticker back over here too. Right like that. Now, let's talk about some other stuff I got that I thought was kind of neat. This is a amber colored coin glass. It is an ashtray. On the back is an eagle, and it says, and it has a shield in the middle of it like a lot of US coins do, and it says 1887 on it. It's a rather thick and quite heavy dish. And one thing that people seem to like to see, we'll set AG Stacker sticker down, is some silver coins sitting in the dish, like so. And we have a Standing Liberty here and another one. Washington Quarters, Mercury Dimes. There's only a few JFK 64s in this because they've been kind of hard to come by. Plenty of Walkers, and if I can get a hold of it, quite a few Benjamin Franklin halves in it. I've been buying quite a bit of half dollars because there's over $20 face of dimes in this too, and including some Roosevelts. But it adds up to a pretty considerable amount. We'll go ahead and talk about the clear nappy dish, and I just have some modern US quarters sitting in it, the 2022s. This thing is a less collectible color. This particular dish was $5 when I bought it. The amber ashtray was $11. Now, I bought a blue, what they call, this is a nappy dish. Bought a blue one, and it cost $18.50. The blue is just a lot more collectible. If you don't remember seeing it, or you didn't see it, I have a video for it. They're the same dish, just a different color. I'll kind of show that one's clear, and this one's a blue color. We'll move the clear one out of the way for now. Blue is my more preferred color on these. I don't have any red ones yet. Red's another preferred color. Now there's two different greens that they make these in. Kelly green, and military like OD green. But this one's pretty neat. Again, the date on it is 1887. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the date on it. Now, trying to work that back in there out of the way. What's that hitting on? Close the drawer a little bit. All right. If you're around yesterday, you got to see these Catholic medals, which it was $3.99 to buy this. And hello to whoever's watching. It's telling me someone's watching. They're kind of neat. We'll have a closer look at it. St. Louis of Gonzaga. And then this one says Immaculate Conception. I believe that's supposed to be Mother Mary. They're not made out of any kind of precious metal. It does have a date on it, but I don't think this thing's vintage of that time frame. It says 1830, I think it. That might have been when they called this guy a saint, because these are saint medals. I thought it was a Saint Christopher one because it said that, but Saint Christopher medals are not. He's no longer a saint, apparently. Anyway, we'll talk about a couple more coins real quick before I do something for a little fun. I got this. This Barber Dime has really good details left on it. It's a 1910. I've scheduled a video for it. And it looks pretty nice. And then this 1914 quarter. I really like how the dirt or toning looks on this. Even though it's likely been cleaned a little, it's still an eye-pleasing look to the coin. And it has a lot of details left on it. These were workhorses and got circulated a lot. It's kind of almost a miracle that these two are as in good a shape they are because they were put through the ringer. And when I say workhorses, I mean they were probably circulating until about 1950. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this back here and kind of move a couple things because I'm going to have a little fun. Bought a Lotto ticket. It's a scratch off. And this side says winning numbers. And I guess if you match them, you get this prize, whatever it says. So I'm going to go ahead and scratch this off. I'll use one of these modern quarters. I'm going to kind of turn the table a little bit. And you'll see if I win, if I win. I'll wedge the table against my leg. So I got to get 31 on this first row. And there was a chance to win 50 on this roll, but 31, that's not going to win. My next number is number 3. There's a chance to win $20,000 in this ticket right there. Had that been a 3 instead of 11, I would have won 20. I probably would. I don't know what I would do. Anyway, let's see what the next number is. Next number is 19. Unfortunately, the 19 didn't come up. Now, there's a jumbo win and a chance at $20 or $10 on this ticket. I don't know how much you win if you hit the jumbo, but I guess it'll tell me. Jumbo wheel just says bills. You have to find a money bag. And you'd win $50 instantly. Well, bonus spot, find a star, and either one you win the prize indicated instantly. Or you win nothing instantly. Well, that's a bell. And the last thing is a wallet. So I did not win. I'm on $20. Yeah, I have to dust off the towel, but that's okay. Well, that didn't work. Moving on. Let's go and give you a preview of some more stuff that I got. We'll start with what I think is the more impressive coin of the bunch. This is an 1883 Philadelphia, and the Liberty is full on it. Now, it does have a gouge right there by the United States to the hand. That ain't supposed to be on the coin. So it's got a slight bit of damage. But these things circulated a lot too. It's nearly 140 years old. The one dime is pretty strong around this. I get the light on it pretty good. Doesn't have major ring dents or nothing. It's a quite nice coin. Now, you buy these and the staples stick up like these do. Take a pair of pliers, just any pliers will work, and flatten them down. That way when you put this in a coin box, you won't be tearing up your other coins by having a staple drag right across them if they're tight and scratching it. It's a good tip, something you should do with your coins if you have a lot in this and you keep them in the collector boxes like you see at coin dealers, which a lot of people I know do because that's just where they like to put them. Good question. I have 3 different coin dealers in town who sell coins, Martin. And this one's a little bit worn out. Says as is. It's kind of scratched up. Not much of the rim at all. One dime. And you can see the O in the middle of the reef. I've been wanting to get one of these with the O in the middle of the reef. And this is just a happy stance happening because it just said 1842 and I didn't even realize it was O in the middle until I flipped it over and looked at it real close. I said, wait a second. There's an O there. If it'll focus for me. Anyway, this too needs to be flattened. I just like this way because, like I said, once I put these in the coin box, which I will be doing, these staples, if they're not flat, could scratch other coins, and I don't want that to happen. I don't think anybody really wants that to happen. Oh, by the way, Martin, that's all the coins in my treasure chest challenge thrown in the treasure chest, minus this stack. It's nearly to the top. Now, I do have a few other 1908 Barber Quarters, but this one, the eyebrow, on the ear and some of the hair is visible. And it's got that toning on these kind of coins that I like, where it's dark on the background and everything else looks like it's worn a bit smooth. And the mint is here, if you don't know, right underneath the eagle's tail. Now, again, with this one, we smash the staples down to not scratch up the other coins. I don't want that to happen. And I don't think anybody does. You can buy a stapler that staples them flat to begin with. And some coin dealers have them and some don't. But yeah, I have 3 different coin dealers that I get coins from. A lot of them come from Jack, and he doesn't have a round stapler, but he has very low prices compared to the other guys. Uh, this one's been kind of cleaned, probably. They wrote very good, plus whoever originally put this in, because this isn't his. He didn't put this in here originally properly. The key thing about this one is it's a 1909. This is the very last year the Orleans Mint struck coins. Now, I did see a quarter today or yesterday that was, this one's been flattened, which is kind of nice. I don't have to do anything. All that one doesn't look real flat. I'll go ahead and grab that. That looks better. Um, I saw a 1909 quarter at another place in a vendor thing, and they wanted $40 for it. And if you look them up, it's a pretty low mintage year. $40 isn't out of the question, but the coin didn't look very good. And I'm like, if I'm going to spend $40 on one of these, I'm going to spend more and get one that looks better. If I'm buying a 1909 quarter, a $half, I don't know if it's a real rare mint. I haven't looked it up. I just know this wasn't terribly expensive when these are worn out a bit more. They've been $12 recently, so this is only a little bit higher. It's probably being cleaned, but it does have details left to it. Oftentimes, the eye and ear starts to go away on these when they're worn quite a bit. And then I got this one. This is 1896. Had $34 marked and repriced to 17. I think somebody was being a little generous. This might be a little bit lower mintage, but and the old mint on this again is right there on the back underneath the eagle's tail. I'm going to go ahead and flatten these too. But I kind of like all these to be flattened just for the purpose of not scratching up other coins real bad. This has some details left on it. Now, on Barber Quarters and $half, they have about the same design, almost exactly the same design on the back of them. It's just one's a quarter and one's a half. But I've been buying a lot of old mint coins lately because when I put videos up for them, they get viewed a lot. Something like this you think might get a lot of views, but the 1878S one that I put a video for got a couple hundred, maybe 300 views. Meanwhile, I have a $half like this that I put up that done 3,800 views. So it's like I've kind of given up on predicting what people will or will not watch on this channel or any YouTube channel for that matter. You can never really predict anymore. I'll put this back. Something did seem a little odd with that not being there. Go ahead and close the treasure chest back here again. And shout out to AG Stacker 1776. Sure is touchy if you hit the wrong thing. It wish it would kind of lock that a little bit so you couldn't just drop right out of your live stream real easy if that's not what you wanted to do. And it isn't what I wanted to do. Someone's still out there, but I don't know who. If they'd make a comment, say hello would be nice, and I can thank them whenever I end messing with this live stream and just sending it off to YouTube to see what happens. But yeah, like I was saying, I've given up on predicting what people will actually watch on YouTube. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, you must have missed earlier. That's the grand total face value. Now, this stack goes in there too, but it's not in there right now because these are coins I don't want to lose in a big pile of stuff and have get worn more, because a couple of them, like this dime, the back is totally worn off. Front is enough left to it that you can see it's a seated Liberty dime, but that's all that's on it. There's no date. You can't tell if it's got United States or stars. You can't make out a date. The back, you can't make out anything hardly. I mean, I'm looking at it and I just cannot tell anything. And then, I got one of these that it's not horribly worn out. 1876. Hello, Aunt Laura. How you doing? I'm just talking a little bit about my treasure chest challenge. This one, it's a seated Liberty quarter. Part of the S Mint's still on here, so I know it's an S Mint. You can see the part of the S right there. But the date is worn off enough that I can't make it out. But I thought I got this one for $12. It's an 1856 half dollar. But for $12 for a hole in it, this is a perfect coin for the treasure chest. And if Aunt Laura, you weren't here a few minutes ago when I opened this chest up, I'll go ahead and do it again so you can kind of see what it looks like. And they're nearly to the top. Won't take a whole lot more before when I take a ruler and go drag it across the top where it'll catch coins. And that's pretty much full then. But I'll go ahead and close that back up. Now this treasure chest has enough strength to it, even with the handle, to pick it up without the weight busting the bottom out of it. Which was one thing I was a little bit scared about when I bought it, because it didn't seem like the bottom was super thick. And thank you. Now, the funny thing about this whole idea came from New Silver Stacker. I'm sure you're probably aware of his channel. Most people are that watch my stuff anyway. A lot of them anyway, because we've done a couple live streams together and comment back and forth on our videos quite a bit. But he had a treasure chest on his thing and he put some 90% silver in it. I saw it and I said, that looks cool, in the comments. Yeah, well, if you got a lot of loose silver you can put in it. And I don't want to put ones that are in coin holders in it, because that won't be quite the same. It won't look like a pirate chest full of coins, which is the effect I'm looking for. But anyway, New Silver Stacker came up with the idea. Because I said, I got to get me a treasure chest. And then he's like, well, if you do, then we can have like a little contest to see who can fill up their treasure chest with silver. And I've been buying $1 or $2 face since January to put in it, roughly. Some weeks I could only get like one coin. I mean, this week I only got one walking Liberty coin. And I'm trying to keep everything like half dollars, no more expensive than $12 to put in this. So $12 was about as the limit on this. Now I got another one that was $14, and the video went live a little while back, and it did, reasonably well on views. I think it got 1,200 or something. And again, it's worn out. Yeah, the bottom could fall out on these if it's not very thick, or it's made out of flimsy wood. New silver stacker, when he was showing his with some in, the bottom started to flex a little bit, and I'm told him, I don't think your treasure chest can hold a full box full of silver. I said, it looks like it's about to break now, and he didn't have very much in it. But yeah, the bottom can fall out on these treasure chests like this little one here. It's small enough, and what I got in it is these gemstones and these coins like this, and these little bitty gemstones like the two on my table there, the red one, and there's clear ones that look like diamonds. I use these in a lot of my videos up until about 3 or 4 months ago when I got the big gemstone here. And I got this right before his big celebration of making it to, I think it's 1,000 subscribers and being monetized. Now, I'm not quite there because most of my videos are shorts. And right now, the way YouTube does shorts, they don't really count towards watch hours. If they counted towards watch hours, I'd be about halfway to monetization. Well, a little bit more. But I'm a little bit further away than that. So it is what it is. Now, this guy, he makes a lot of shorts too. Some people say he's like the king of shorts. And he does well. And he's got more subscribers now than I do. And he passed me. So he's doing well. And I'm happy for him. And he sent me these stickers. And he sent me, I believe it was a Mercury Dime. He sent me a dime, a silver dime. Now, AG Stacker sent me mind-blowing stuff. Balboas. I got some Balboas. Hold on a second. Maybe I can find them real quick. Give me a second. This one. That's probably the one. And the answer to that question, Martin, is I love Balboas. I like Libertads. I like foreign Mexican coins quite a bit. All right. This is all foreign coins. Some are silver, some aren't. But we're going to go ahead and dig back here. I think they're towards the back. I think they are all here in the back. Well, that's not it. I know they're in here somewhere. Like I said, some of these aren't silver. Ah, here we go. I found the Balboas. And I have a bag of loose ones. I even bought one that isn't silver. This one. It's a 73. It's a neat design. Even in non-silver, I quite like this coin a lot. It's pretty cool. It was 60 cents, and it's a 50-cent face coin or something like that. They call it half Balboa. Anyway, here's one that's a little bit circulated. It's a 62. It's 90% silver. It is the same planchette that the U.S. 50-cent coin was made on. Because at the time, Panama was our possession, and we made coins for them. And now, this tells you right on the coin over here, it's 90% and 12.5 grams. Yeah, it is a nice looking coin, even slightly circulated. This looks pretty good. Now, however, when you have one like this, and you can see the mint luster pounding off this coin, it's just, this is a 61. Well, that is a 62 right there. And this is a 61, and it is AU at the worst. It does not look like this has been circulated at all. I mean, I'm looking at the coin. There's a few scratches, but the high points look sharp, real sharp. And then again, this says 90%, and then over here it says 12.5 grams. 1961 down there. This middle design on this is just sweet, and I really like this coin. It says 30, but I think when I bought it, he marked it down to 20. Now, I have a quarter Balboa. I have a 1/10 Balboa, but I'm not exactly sure where that one is. It's somewhere around, but it might not be easy to find. This one also looks like it's uncirculated. It's got a little toning on the rim here, but the mint luster is really good on this one. It's also a 61, and it says 90% right there, and then over here it says 6 1/4. And it's got the same kind of shield design. It's just a quarter, not a half dollar. It's a pretty nice looking coin, and I like these Balboas, and I'd probably buy more. This was $8 when I bought it, which I don't know how many they made, so it might or might not be a very good buy. Hard telling. But yeah, Balboas. Let's see if we can find something else that's kind of neat. New Zealand half crown. I made a video for this one. So yeah, foreign silver. In the US, a lot of this stuff is priced at the melt. So whatever the melt on this is about what the price was. It's 0.2273 ounces of weight. That's what that means. And that's what my coin dealer does to these. He looks up how much weight it is, and then pretty much prices it at what that much weight of silver is worth at the time he, sells, marks it to be sold. And this is a 50% Florian 36, $3.50. So I like my British half crown coins and florins. This is another florin, and it's the older one. This one is sterling silver. So it's $8. It's got a little more content to it than what the other one did. The other one, the silver content's about the same as a quarter. 8.1818. I made videos for these, but they I don't think they did real well. Not a lot of views. And let's see. I don't know if there's any more British silver ones in here. There might be another half crown. Lots of Queen Victoria with Britannia on the back. 1892. It says dupe, like it's a duplicate coin, but I don't know what that means. It looks like the right coin. I don't know. Looks like it should anyway. Yeah, I'd like to have a whole treasure chest like that one full of Balboas. I'd be happy. And Canadian 1-cent coin, kind of dark. Queen Victoria, it says 1 cent, and that's 1901. I don't know how much more silver is in this. A lot of this is just copper nickel coins, or copper, like pennies. There's even this is Great Britain mint mark thing. Probably is in a mint set, much like we do. Now, this Cuban coin here is 90% silver. It's a little bit smaller than a quarter in weight. And it says on the back of it, 5 grams. 90% over here. It's a 1915. And the date's right here. I like these silver star coins like this quite a bit. And, you know, it's pre-revolution for them, so I thought there might be another silver coin in here or two. This 6 pence from 22. I don't know if that's actually silver or not. It doesn't say anything about the content, so it might not be. Thought I had at least one more half crown in here. Oh, this is a nice one. Portuguese selling ship. It is in a 1943 coin. That's a really cool looking design on this. And this is some silver in this, I believe. 2.5 escados. 5-cent coins in Canada in 1917 were sterling silver coins. It's not a lot of, silver in it. 0.336. It's a pretty thin coin. I can imagine a lot of these got lost. Yeah, I do too. Have you seen the Cook Island one, Martin? The Bounty? I've got one of those. This is a Philippine coin. Philippines, 750 silver. We made these for them during World War II. There is an estimate on this. Real small right there. It's a 44 wartime coin. Says $6, I think. And it's 750 silver, and it's about a quarter ounce. You haven't seen a Balboa? Or not Balboa, but the Bounty? Let's see if I can't get that out real quick. It or the Sedove. I'll be a minute. Not too long though. All right. You like selling ship design coins. This is the Cook Island Bounty. $1, 1 ounce fine silver, 4 nines. That's a spectacular piece. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I gotta have this. Gots to have this one. And then the Sedove, which was a German-built ship that they had to give to the USSR after World War II for reparations. This particular sailing ship is massive. This sailing ship right here is 385 foot long. They are, this is a Rwandan 1 ounce silver coin. But this design, these nautical silver pieces, they make a few other different ones. This one came from Mappmex when I bought it. And they had marked down the premiums. I think they cut the premium in half of what it normally was. And I don't think this is made in very many. They didn't make a lot of these. But I will tell you one thing. This one, they make 1 kilos for these. 1 kilo one, I'd like to have that, but that's probably going to be at least $800. Yeah, I featured these in my videos quite a bit a few months ago when I got them, and for a few months afterwards. But I haven't shown them too much lately because, well, it's on to other stuff. You're always going on to other stuff. And then this America the Beautiful gold-plated silver bar, 1 ounce, Everglades with the alligator and the other stuff that you'd see in the Everglades. Now, the Everglades has a big snake problem, a real big snake problem. It's to the point now where there's a bounty on these snakes. These snakes are pythons. They're not native to Florida at all. They bred like crazy, and yeah, they get big and they're nasty. They're mean. They're not poisonous, but they're very aggressive. I've even seen videos where they have an alligator and the snake fighting because the snake found the alligator and the alligator found the snake. It was on one of them travel channels or something. They videotaped the snake and the alligator fighting. Now, the snakes sometimes beat the alligators because they wrap them up and then they suffocate them, just like that's how they do stuff. But what I want to do with those seated Liberty coins that I just showed you guys, if you're watching, is work them into this box of nicer silver coins. In this, and everybody loves this coin when I show it, if I can find it. It's way in the back here, and it's going to stay in the box even though it's not super expensive or super rare. But it's a 1907 U.S. made coin. It's a S mint. And this design, I really like this design on this. The shield and the eagle on top, the shield like this. There's the S mint, 1907. This side, 1 peso. She's striking a hammer on the anvil. On this side is a smoking volcano. This coin is really cool. And every time I show it, people like it. He really liked it when he visited one of my live streams and I showed it. It was only $11 when I got it. I've only seen them in stores twice. And the other time it was 15 because silver was higher than it was when I bought this one. This is nearly a ½ ounce of silver in this coin. It's 80% of, I believe, silver. People like that one a lot. So those seated Liberty Dimes are going to go in this. We'll open this box up a little bit. Seated Liberty. There's Carson City ones in here. There's a few quarters and some $50 ones. I'll go ahead and set this back down on here. Sorry. Because there's a couple other coins back here that are interesting. And up until I got this one at the coin show, I didn't have any standing Liberty before 25 that had a date on it. The date on this one's somewhat worn, but it's a 1920. If I get it turned the right way, you can see the date on it. Ply has to hit it just right. It's faint, but the 1, 9, and 2 is still there, and it's a 0. I have a 1917 one that I got recently, but it's slightly damaged. I don't know exactly where this was in here. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? We'll put it, if I can get this to open some. after the 1931 S dime that's in here. That other Barber dime I just showed, the 1910, said about the same condition as this one. This one's in great shape. It's almost a miracle. We'll show you a really but Martin and Aunt Laura and anybody else who's here. Well, this 1939D is probably the finest example of one of these Mercury dimes I have. You can see the mint luster spirals on it. It's got a little chatter, but not very much. I've looked at this coin a lot. On the reeds, there is a little bit of a gash on it, but it has full bands. It's a little mark right up here on the staff or reeds, whatever that is, right underneath the top bands. But yeah, this particular Mercury dime is out of this world for beauty. Great eye appeal, everything about it. And it's a common date one, but it's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. They don't get a whole lot better looking than that. They just don't. I mean, I look at this with my bare eye real close. It's hardly got marks on it or nothing. I don't know if it's one that you could send off and grade. This is one kind of standing rule for coins like this. If it's in this holder, this means a coin dealer put it in the holder. And if the coin dealer thought this would be a gradable coin and come back for high grade, for one of these, it'd have to be at least mint state 65 full bands to make it worth your while. And even then, I don't know if the common date one would garner enough, value there to make it worth grading. It's just the way it is. Let's see what else is in here that's interesting, worth talking about. This might be the best Barber dime I have. It says it's very fine, full liberty, lots of details left on the face. It's curved cheek. All the little teeth on the rim of the coin are there. The back is really nice. It's an old mint one. Those down there underneath the reef. It's a pretty fine example of a Barber dime. Yeah, I'm going to preserve that Merc. And one with a good cartwheel like that, yeah, that's a great cartwheel on that one. It just sparkles, if I want to put it that way. Now let's go back and throw this back in here about where it was. Get in there. Put this up on a video. This is one of the better looking Barber halves I have. Didn't do hardly any views. I've given up on trying to predict what people will watch on YouTube because the one video I made that people have watched the most times is one of a Lincoln penny that has a JFK head stamped right next to it. It was glued on a card, but it didn't even have the card. It's just a loose penny. I'm not exactly even sure where it is right now. I have it, but where it is, I'm not real sure. Let's go back here and look at something else that's going to blow your mind a little bit. If you haven't seen this one. This AU 1930S. Lots of details. Barber half, is that what you're talking about? This one, some of the high details are all rounded, 1930 S. This is a pretty nice coin. They say AU, and I don't really disbelieve it. It's probably the best looking standing Liberty quarter I have. $78. They get expensive very fast. To the point I can show you, this one, they put very fine on it, which isn't much lower than. Yeah, this is my box of better stuff. Not Morgan's or Peace dollars, though. It's all quarters and dimes and stuff. And it's getting pretty full of nicer stuff. This is 30S. This is very fine. It goes extra fine than AU. But this was 11, that one was 78, so the price jumps rapidly on these. This one looks pretty good too. If I can get it to focus. It does have wear. That's why it's only very fine. We'll put this back where it was. And show you a couple key date coins that I have in here. 1932 Philadelphia quarters, the first year of the Washingtons, are not particularly scarce. They made about 5 million. This one, though, is somewhere around 400, and I think 38,000 were made. It's a Denver one. And it says it's fine, which I don't know, maybe. It does have wear. But these get very expensive because there's just very few of them out there to buy. $80 I ended up paying for this. I don't know if you think that's proper or not, but look them up. This is a 32S. No one's written, a grade. It's about the same kind of condition as this one, pretty much. 408,000 were minted as an S. Right now, my coin dealer has about 3 of these and I think 2 of these. So I could get more if I wanted to. And he has a better example of this one. The D, it's like $160 though. This was 60 when I bought it, so it's a little cheaper. But we got some other key date stuff to show. We'll work these back where they were, right behind here. Go all the way back to the front, because that's where some key date stuff, well, not key date, but stuff you just don't find very often is. 1857 seated or flying eagle penny. And it says it's very fine. $36. You don't see these too often. 1 cent. It's a lot of money to pay for a penny. $36, but you just don't see them. 1858 one, it says it's fine. It's not quite as nice as that one is. And on these, the 1858 has large lettering and small lettering. I don't know which this one is. It's not marked. Same wreath design on the back, 1 cent. Yeah, I could have got another one of these that was a bit worse than this. I think it was like $18. I'll go ahead and pop your comment up. Those are nice coins to have. I mean, in this particular box is about 30 or 40 seated Liberty coins. We'll show you this. It's a bit worn, but it's a Carson City. The AM in America shows large, small. What on this? Is it the distance between the A and M? They look pretty small. I don't know. But Carson City quarter. CC. Quite love Carson City coins. They're hard to come by because they didn't make a whole lot of them. And probably a lot got melted too. The AM is touching. It's small letters. Well, let's see if it is touching. We'll work this quarter back where it was. It should be in front of the Philadelphia one. The A&M. Well, let's see if we can see it. If it's not touching, I assume that means it's large. They are not touching. There's quite a gap between them on America. It's quite a gap, so this is probably large print. I wasn't sure, but I just bought it. I didn't super research. Half dimes. These get expensive rapidly too. They're really small. They're real easy to lose. Imagine carrying some of these in your pocket change. I mean, this is a dime holder or a penny holder, one of the two. US dime is easy enough to lose too, but it's quite a bit bigger around than that is. 1855 with arrows, seated Liberty. It's pretty cool. Wait, there. Thanks, Antler. I didn't really know how to tell the two apart. Now I do. Let's see if I can get this out. Where the heck did it work its way to? Probably the oldest US coin I have. The cap to bust dime. It's a bit beat up. Got a good gouge in it. Liberty, you can read though. 1833. And it's got this kind of design on the back. 10 cents. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Antler. I'll thank you in the comments. I'm getting about ready to pull this down for the night anyway. But you don't see these too often either. This is the only one I've ever really seen that I could buy. Ones at coin shows usually are a little bit better condition and a lot higher price, which stands to reason. Stands to reason that, if it's better condition, it's going to be more expensive. I wonder if there's something else in here that's real neat to show that I don't show too often. I'm digging around looking for something. I want to talk to other key dates. It's beat up a little bit. It's a 1921 Mercury, but this is a, whoops. I only made about 1 million of the 21 on the, and it is beat up. It even appears to be slightly bent. But $25, but it's hard to come by. It's not the 1916D hard to come by, but it's still not easy to come by. And we'll put that back here. This is also a little bit harder to come by when the 31S. I don't remember the mintage, but it's got good detail left on it. And the estimates down here. Thanks for stopping by. You made the stream a little more interesting by having somebody to talk to while I'm doing this. But I do think I'm going to go ahead and pull this down for the night. Wish everybody a good night. And I'm going to leave this thing where people can watch it because that's my way of trying to get more hours watched by having long videos that people can just engross themselves in and watch to as long as they want, or watch it over again if they want. Like you missed, both of y'all weren't here in the first 10, 15 minutes. So you might want to check that out. Anyway, everybody have a good night, and we will talk to you next time. I might go live tomorrow.